Hello everyone, welcome back to Elder Scrolls Online. Off camera, I made two new weapons. Let's take a look at them. Visually, these are the Halloween ones. Sword in left hand, dagger in right hand. The stats, base damage, hang on. Let's see here. Here. I kept the old ones. So we got... This is the dagger here. The Quicksilver, we're now using Void Steel. Let's see. If you take a look at the base damage, it's like 131 points higher for the dagger versus dagger. And the proc on it also is quite a bit more damage and heals more health, which is nice. And the sword of shock, its base damage is, you can see it's kind of like the same, comparable, and the deals damage is a little over 200 points more for when that procs. So that is an improvement. Let's see. Well, we still have, I think it's just one piece of armor that's left. Sithis, player made, and player made. So we got 2 pieces left on the armor.
What led you here?
Many choices I'm not exactly proud of.
But you are proud of all this? What is so different?
Here, I kill for gold. For a higher purpose. For my family. Not because I feel I must.
I can understand that.
Okay. So, at the moment, we are kind of done temporarily with the Brotherhood, so we can port elsewhere. If it will load. Sometime. Wow. The connection seems to be weak today for me. At least with MMO stuff. So, the weapons. For Void Steel, I am at the absolute top tier of Void Steel. So, I need to improve my, what's the word I'm looking for? Improve my weaponsmithing, or my blacksmithing, to a point where I can, well, I think I have to cap it, actually. No, I don't want there. I don't remember where we were. Like, I don't remember the name of the place. So I'll have to take a look. Okay. Gold Coast, that's where we are. Oops. We are actually in fact here. Grotwood. Okay. No, I don't want to set focus. I want to teleport there. Thank you. Oh, I hate that. So yeah, whatever the top tier material is, that's what I need to get. We should probably change our clothes, shouldn't we? There we go. So, is there anything else around here in the way of quests? Yes, no, no, yes, no. Doesn't look like it. Okay. But wasn't there something down here? Ah, yes, there was. So why don't we talk to this person? Or there might be more.
Orcs are all about honor and all that, yeah? I wonder if he really tricked me. I don't guess you've run into a big lumbering brute of an orc in your travels. Named Storg. Was a friend of mine. Emphasis on the was. I'm in a pile of trouble because of him.
What sort of trouble?
Maybe you've heard of the rite of theft, a wood elf tradition. If you pull off a particularly clever theft, you can demand payment from the owner for their things. Well, I stole this tree thane's bow, and then Storg stole the bow from me.
What's the problem?
The tree thane wants his bow back, and if I can't give it to him, he's going to have me hauled in and whipped. Last I heard, Storg was headed toward Vine Death Cave. The tree thane won't let me leave town. Could you look for Storg?
I'll see what I can do. We shall just grab quests. Grab the quests.
Please, listen to me for just a moment. Doom has come to Craglorn. The stars have vanished from the sky. Will no one listen? Will no one help?
The stars have vanished. What are you talking about?
I'm an initiate in the Order of Stargazers. We study the stars and their influence on Tamriel. Not long ago, we noticed irregularities in 3 of the star signs. Shortly thereafter, strange armies overran Craglorn.
How may I help?
One of our order, Hara, is leading our efforts to stop these attacks. But we are not warriors. This cart will take you to Belkarth in Craglorn, where you can speak to her personally. Please, help us.
Okay. Why they whistle? Okay, excuse me, Way Shrine. Let's take a look on the map. Ooh. I think I broke the map. Nice. Okay, we're getting there. We can jump around a little. Why not? Dun 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 dun.
I didn't put any stock into the words of those stargazers until I saw my first sand giant. It cut a horse in half. I haven't run so fast since I was stealing meat on the streets of Riften. Now we're all listening a bit more closely.
I'm looking for the stargazers.
Everyone is these days. Funny how a few months ago, they were just a bunch of star-obsessed loonies. Now, they're the only folks with any idea what's going on. Their observatory is up on top of that big hill there. Can't miss it.
Thank you. Do 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 do. Stargazing. Zip. There we go. Bum 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 bum.
Speak quickly. I am very busy and our order is stretched to the breaking point.
I understand you've been having some problems. I'm here to assist.
Of course. I'm sorry. You've come to help us and I'm being rude.
I need to know the situation. What's going on?
Then I'll start from the beginning. A short while ago, the 3 guardian star signs, the warrior, the mage, and the thief, vanished from the night sky.
That's probably not good. And are you blind? Can't tell. What happened?
I wish I knew. I've studied the stars my whole life. I've heard them speak. But now they're silent. It's eerie. All I know is when the Guardians disappeared, 3 powerful beings started attacking Craglorn. They call themselves the Celestials.
The Celestials?
I don't know. It's not a name I'd ever heard before. 2 of the Celestials identify themselves as the Warrior and the Mage. The third, strangely, calls himself the Serpent, after the 13th constellation. The thief is nowhere to be found.
That is interesting. What would you like me to do?
Stargazers consists of scholars who are no match for the current threat. We need champions to face the warrior, the mage, and the serpent, and, if possible, to find the thief. Join us. Be our strong arm, our sharp sword against the Celestials.
I'll join you.
Thank you. We have a lot of work to do. But first, you must become an official member of our order. Enter the circle.
Enter the circle. Ye use the circle.
Stars above, let this new light do your will.
Accept them, O stars.
Let them always follow where you lead.
Oh, please aid them.
And bless them to restore those who have fallen from glory. Our missing guardians.
Oh, please bless them.
We must talk. Do not be afraid. I am a friend. Forgive me. I did not know any other way to contact you without revealing myself. Even now, the Serpent's followers, the Scaled Court, are searching for me.
Who are you?
I am the Celestial Thief. I appeared with the other Guardians when the Serpent broke free and manifested in Tamriel. One by one, the Serpent trapped the others. First the warrior, then the mage. He wants to do the same to me.
You are saying that the Serpent is controlling the other Guardians?
Yes. They attacked Craglorn against their will. Listen, the serpent's nature is chaos. He wants to undermine the very order of reality. He will not stop with Craglorn.
And how do we stop him?
My power alone is not enough. You must free the other guardians. I will help you as much as I dare, but the serpent is looking for me. If he ensnares me as he has the others, all is lost.
Then tell me how to free the guardians.
Hara and the Stargazers will help you. Use their knowledge. Look for the presence of the Scaled Court. Where they are, the serpent is surely at work. But you must not tell anyone you saw me. The serpent's followers are everywhere.
You know Hera?
It would be surprising if I didn't. The Stargazers are only dimly aware of it. But they carry an ancient legacy as students of the star signs. Their devotion has not gone unnoticed.
Are you able to tell me more about the Guardians?
Of the 12 rightful star signs, it's the Guardians' duty to protect the lesser signs, our charges, against the destructive ways of the Serpent. With the warrior and mage under the Serpent's control, their charges are vulnerable. So is Tamria.
Are you really the Thief Constellation?
In a way, just as you might look at a picture of the star signs and say, that's the thief, or that's the warrior. Just so, I'm the thief, or one way of seeing the thief.
I see. I see. Hey, you can search the bookshelves. We probably should, for... Nope. It's at the same bookshelf. A Guide to Fishing in Tamriel. All of these we have seen. Just making sure that there's no kind of unique about here. Because who knows if we will get an opportunity to come back. Okay.
You have been accepted by the stars above. You are now one of us.
Okay.
The stars have accepted you. I just hope it is not too late. Volumes of prophecy have been written about the stars, but not even the oracles foresaw these events.
Where should I start?
Gather allies before you leave the city. You'll need loyal friends to face the armies of the warrior, the mage, and the serpent. Return to me each time you learn something new. I will use what you learn to devise a plan to defeat the Celestials. It appears that the serpent has gathered the bulk of his forces in the mountainous region to the north and sealed himself within. So much the better. That gives us a chance to learn what we can about this threat and plan a defense.
What do we know about the Celestial Warrior?
Tradition holds that the warrior is one of the guardians who defends the other stars against the serpent. But the warrior celestial who has recently appeared is no friend. He commands a merciless army of ancient Yokudan warriors called the Ankara.
The Ankara?
All I know is they are ancient and dangerous. I've heard intriguing rumors from the Daggerfall Covenant outpost to the west of a champion who appeared about the same time as the Ankara. That may be a good place to start looking for answers.
Okay. Where should I start investigating the warrior's appearance in Craglorn?
One of our number, Errol, has been examining old Nedic writings on the subject. He hopes to find insight into the Celestial's sudden appearance. Errol is smart, but he's not exactly battle-hardened. I'd be grateful if you'd help him.
What about the Celestial Mage?
Tradition holds that the mage, the warrior, and the thief are the guardian star signs. But the magical events in the foothills of Craglorn, including an ever-growing army of Atronachs, suggest that the mage has fallen under the serpent's control.
You think the mage is summoning Atronachs?
The Atronachs were originally summoned by a circle of conjurers from the city of Elenhir to defend Craglorn against the Dark Anchors, but it's clear they're answering to another master now. And if anything, their numbers are growing.
How do we stop them?
I'm at a loss. The conjurers who summoned the Atronachs have disappeared. But since the Atronachs were summoned to defeat the Dark Anchors, perhaps the Dolmens hold a clue.
You mentioned other magical events.
Strange things. Difficult to describe. A large spell scar in the middle of the desert. And the appearance of 2 high elves in Belkarth, each claiming to be the mage herself. It's as if the mage tried to fight back against the serpent and lost.
You think there's any truth to the high elves' women's claims?
I wouldn't rule it out, but I haven't had time to look into their claims. You're free to investigate, but be wary of a trap. The serpent could simply be baiting us. Last I heard, the women were still at the Crossroads Tavern here in Belkarth.
Thank you.
Help! Please! Many lives are at stake. Please, you must help. There was a terrible accident. My colleague is in grave danger.
Tell me what happened.
My colleague, Kelman Locke. We're sorcerers. He leads my circle, or Lehedai. We sought to shatter a dark anchor at its base, to show the Fighters Guild we can do it more efficiently, so we traveled to the Proving Grounds Dolmen, but our plan went horribly awry.
How so?
The Circle summoned Atronachs to destroy the dark anchor. Instead, they turned on the Circle. One of the Celestials must have caused it. I'm no conjurer. I wasn't next to the summoning when it happened. It's the only reason I escaped to seek help.
I'll travel to the Proving Grounds, Dolmen, and see what I can learn. I totally misread that. I read that up on the screen there as Elementary Army, not Elemental Army. I did take a nap today. I swear. So we got a whole pile of stuff. Is there anything else on the inside here? Because I'll probably teleport back and start those other quests. This will be fun, but we've unlocked this map, which is nice. It's mainly, and there's more. Great. It's like time to load up. That's all I want
fell
here.
right out of the sky, like a bare-arsed comet.
Why aren't you subtitled?
You're here to laugh at me as well. I saw what I saw. He was naked as the full moons in a cloudless sky.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Dragon Star Arena, where I lost everything. A sure win, they said. Only fools wouldn't bet, they said. Then that bare-arsed imbecile dropped out of nowhere and threw the match.
A naked man fell from the sky?
Out of thin air shouting nonsense about defeating the Ankara. The guard took him to Bankarai Gate if you're headed that way. He's the indecent Imperial going on about celestial this and that. If you see him, tell him he owes me 1,000 gold.
Indecently exposed Imperial and Bankrock Gate. Got it. This is weirdly fascinating. This whole thing. Looking forward to doing this whole chain. Really looking forward to doing this whole chain. It's got some funky stuff. Let's pop up here to see if there's any more quests. Let's try and use the stairs. See? Okay, hang on. Gotta wait for stuff to load. Like, that's a door?
I think I'll go to Dragonstar. There's an arena up there. Lots of
The Celestial Mage? In pieces? That's crazy talk. You were at the observatory earlier, weren't you? I thought I saw you talking to Hara. Are you going to visit the tavern? If so, watch out for 2 lunatic high elves. I don't know if they're dangerous, but you can never tell.
And what is it that you are talking about?
The 2 high elves inside the tavern claim, quite loudly in fact, that they are aspects of the mage. The very celestial that fell from our starry skies. I took my drink and came out here. My companion, not so lucky.
Did they want something?
They're asking the Stargazers to help them put the pieces back together, or some such nonsense. Even offered to let me touch some strange relic to see the truth. But let me tell you, nothing good has ever come from touching strange relics.
Thank you for the information. I shall look into it.
When the High Elves approach you, remember that I warned you. Those women have a strange way of spotting anything related to the Stargazers. And guess what? If you're working with Hara, you're related to us now.
Can you tell me anything more about these High Elves?
They've been making a nuisance of themselves in Belkarth for the last few days. Claim they need to speak to Hara of the Stargazers immediately. Of course Hara hasn't been available, so they came here to wait.
Okay, that's a dumb question. If that... anyways, I'll ask that a dumb question.
No, and that's why we're here. Hara wanted us to make sure they had legitimate business with the Stargazers before she sees them. But all I found out is that they're legitimately crazy. Still, I kind of want to believe them, you know.
Have they given you any reason not to believe them?
Well, for one thing, all of the pictures of the constellations portray the mage as a bearded old man. For another, shouldn't the Celestials look more, I don't know, intimidating?
Mm-hmm. Yes, but we're not going inside there. We're just talking to people out here. You are below? Behind? You are showing up as inside. Okay, fine. Yep. Nope. Nope. We shall go to the stables and teleport back, because I think we are just about finito here for now. Cause
my mounts are bred strong to cross mountainous terrain.
Thank you. Wait, what? And... No, let's just leave, I'll get too sidetracked, you know how I am. It's like, ooh, shiny! I also get the impression that a fair number of these quests are group quests. Could be wrong, but I thought I saw one that had a person plus beside. The last one we just talked to about talking to the 2 crazies. I don't know what else to call them. Sushi, you got cat hair in my water again. Da 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 da. Okay, so we are supposed to talk to the king. Let's talk to the king. The upper level. Doo -doo. Huh. Well, we do have an audience with the king. Guess I've proven myself.
You're a bold one to approach so fearlessly. Give me a good reason to speak with you. I'll make it seem like you're here at my request. Otherwise, my subjects will think you cut the line and start sizing you up for dinner.
Queen Arian sent me to help deal with the unrest.
How thoughtful. I could hardly turn down such a generous gift. Especially with the trouble brewing in Eldenroot.
It's late.
How are you at building embassies? You see, Queen Irene promised one would be built for the Khajiit as a gesture of goodwill. But now a year has passed and there's still no Khajiit embassy. This has led to no end of headaches.
What has caused the delay?
Good question. You wish to serve the Comoran throne? You can start by asking Prince Naaman why his people aren't fulfilling their promises. He's the one who seems to have the entire Elden Tree lodged up his flue. I can say that. I'm the king.
Sorry. But that was quite funny. I'll ask the prince.
The line never ends.
The honor of the queen. Okay, Prince Stubborn. What's up?
Yes? Quickly now. Don't leave your mouth to hang agape.
King Cameron Adrian says there are some problems with the Khajiit embassy.
That again? My sister, Queen Irene, foolishly committed to build the Khajiit an embassy months ago. Everything was to be handled through Ambassador Tarinwe at the Ultima Embassy.
Why has it been delayed?
No, you don't get to question me. Not after you slew High Kin Lady Estri. Do you think I'm one to have a chat with the person who killed my wife? That will break out the Sylphmead and share a good laugh?
She gave me no choice. Fuck you. Persuade is definitely the option to go with here. I think Queen Arian trusts you to put the Dominion's interests before your own.
I suppose that's my burden. Very well. I won't give you the satisfaction of doubting my loyalty. You were asking after the Khajiit?
Yes. What could have delayed their embassy's construction?
Ask a stonemason. I have to prepare for the ratification ceremony before Queen Irene's arrival. I can't be troubled with such minor issues. If you care to pursue the matter, speak with Ambassador Tarinway at the Altmer Embassy.
Okay. Now, why did the Queen offer to build the Khajiitan embassy?
To promote harmony, she'd tell you. The same reason she picked this bizarre tree city as the Dominion's capital. She wants every member of the Dominion to feel as though they're equal.
You disagree with her plans?
Oh, we need to be unified against our enemies, and having a high elf in charge is paramount to our success. But do we really need all this coddling? The ratification ceremony, the business with the embassy, more problems due to harmony?
You've mentioned that before. Ratification ceremony? What is that?
An archaic wood elf ritual. If she dances to their tune, Queen Irene will be recognized by the heavens as a worthy candidate for Emperor of Tamriel. Rubbish, if you ask me.
Well, it's a good thing she is older than you. Okay, let's go do the court's business.
You're not one for waiting in lines, are you? You're confident, I'll give you that. Strode right up to the king.
And you are?
Azerith, Vine Dusk Ranger. You could say we keep King Kamora and Eredon in touch with his people. Watch yourself. The boughs of the Elden Tree are bright and beautiful, but they cast long shadows.
What do you mean by that?
A year ago, the king nearly lost Eldenroot to a civil war. People have long memories. But that's old news. Just keep your wits about you and you'll be fine.
I see. Thank you. We are now knee-deep in court politics. Yay. Can't I just stab someone to make the work get done? Maybe taking a break from the Brotherhood wasn't such a good idea after. Oh, excuse me.
What do you want?
I could kill her. It'd make me feel better. I'd say try out the new blades, but that's not how they work after all. It's the blade of woe. Pardon me. Okay, let's go deal with that embassy. The Altmer Embassy, where are you? You know, this place, oops, kind of reminds me of Hibbs. Yes, Hibbs. Ah, I could use that water. You're not gonna let me collect it. Okay, fine. Pure water. Ah, Stardew water. Which I can't use yet, I believe. I have to do more alchemy. I think. I'm not too sure. Yes! Codwell's pot. Codwell's pot. I miss Codwell. What is going on here?
Where's our embassy?
Come out and talk to us.
This one brought his family all the way to Grotwood, expecting a place in our own embassy. Instead, we sit in leaky tents, waiting for promises to be fulfilled.
Okay, what's going on? What's going on?
I have no idea where the funds for these projects are going to come from, but it's my responsibility to find that funding. Perhaps I should reopen my family's salt mine.
An issue of money, perhaps? Finances? Or stupidity? Or both? Please tell me.
I suppose a wanderer like you wouldn't know what busy looks like. I will demonstrate. Feel free to observe, quietly and from a distance.
No. Prince Naaman said that I should speak with you.
Oh, forgive my manners. There's so much to do in preparing for Queen Irene's ratification ceremony. Tempers fray, as I'm sure you can understand. But if Prince Naaman sent you, it must be important. What can I do for you?
Oh, it's incredibly important. I'm glad you understand. The Khajiit embassy construction? Why isn't it done yet?
Why would Prince Naaman care about that? If they are too lazy to build their own embassy, can't they afford an inn?
Prince Naaman says it was your responsibility.
Well, of course, I ordered it done. I hired some wood elves to excavate the stone and set aside supplies for Khajiit to use. It isn't my fault if the locals couldn't do their jobs.
And where are the supplies?
Check our storeroom. The Khajiit didn't even bother to pick up the supplies. In the meantime, I'm off to locate Prince Naaman. If he didn't send you here with his blessing, I'll see you face Dominion justice.
Have fun wasting your time. Scowly bitch.
We'll see what Prince Naaman thinks of your impertinent questions.
Oh, please, go Tattletale! Oh, please, please, please! Oh, this is just priceless. Oh, I'm going to enjoy this one after all. Okay, so why do we have 2 markers here? What's going on? Alright, hang on.
What am I going to do? Have to clear all this rubbish before the end of my shift. Ambassador's orders, they said.
That's a lot of work. Alright, what's going on here?
That's far enough. The storeroom is off limits. Ambassador Tarinway's orders.
Ambassador Tywin sent me to inspect the storeroom.
She did? That's different then. Show me her orders and I'll stand aside.
I see, she didn't give me any orders, but let me in anyways.
Then I can't let you inside. Her instructions were very specific. No one gets in without her written permission. I'm to remain at my post until relieved. Except in an emergency, of course.
What kind of an emergency?
The Khajiits could riot. That would be bad. Very bad. Or a fire, of course. But the chances of that happening are slim.
Okay. I'm going to intimidate. I'm going to use the status of who we are. You know, the Queen's Eye and all that. Intimidate. If you don't step aside, you're going to have an emergency.
What? Did you hear that? I could have sworn it was my captain calling me away.
Yes. So, if you have a guard on the storeroom, preventing anybody getting in without written orders, how can the Khajiit get their stuff? The blankets inside this crate are full of holes, and the tools are broken. All the supplies inside are worthless. I will be talking to you next. Food sack. This food sack is full of rotten meat and old bones, spoiled grain. There's nothing edible. Can I talk to you? No. You haven't done anything wrong, so I won't kill you.
Where is the guard? And what are you doing here?
My job? What are you doing here?
I'd expected you would solve problems at the embassy, not cause them. Do you realize what's happening out here? Oh, never mind. Explain what you were doing in that storeroom.
Ambassador Tyreen told me to search the storeroom.
Why would she do that? Oh, never mind. Well, what did you find?
The supplies reserved for the Khajiit are useless.
Typical bureaucratic corruption. I expected better of the ambassador. No matter. Supplies can be replaced. What about the Khajiit embassy? Did she say why construction hasn't begun?
She said she hired a local work crew to collect stone from nearby ruins.
What do you mean, collect stone? That should have happened months ago. They should be ready to build it. I'll talk to the ambassador myself. Put the fear of the Dominion into her.
The ambassador said she was heading to look for you.
I'm surprised we didn't pass each other on the road. Get to those ruins and find that work crew. I want to know why they haven't done their jobs. I won't have Queen Iren's word impugned by someone else's incompetence.
Sounds good. Alright, we are off to the ruins. Let's see. Where are the ruins? Over here. Okay, so we shall do that.
How can you ignore your allies like this?
Corruption. We're taking care of it. I'll be right back. Hopefully you believe me. And why would they take stone from ancient ruins? I mean, that just never bodes well. Multiple cuts on this wolf's body from an axe. His hands are calloused. Simple clothing of a tradesman. Alright. They were all killed. The surface of this cart is covered in a layer of fine dust. It appears to have been hacked apart. But fine dust means they haven't been here in ages.
So you're standing over the body of a dead wood elf. Nearly put an arrow in your throat. Good thing I recognize you.
Thank you. Azrath, what are you doing here, though?
King Camoran Eredon had his suspicions about the embassy. Asked me to look into the matter, quietly. We both have a stake in this. We should work together, see where it leads.
How much do you know about what's going on?
I know enough. Khajiit are owed an embassy. They're angry the High Elves are dragging their feet to build it. Seemed like politics until a dozen stonemasons vanished without a trace. The king sent me to find out why.
I just want to know who's behind this.
The king suspects Ambassador Tarinwe has been up to no good. Little things, some of her associations. But he can't accuse his allies of undermining the whole alliance. So he sent me to deal with it.
And how do you deal with these situations?
Ambassador Tarinwe used criminals to smuggle supplies. Never directly, but enough for us to notice. I'm not saying she had these stonemasons killed, but I'd like to ask her myself. Problem is, there's nothing we can do while she's in the Altmer embassy.
Ambassador Tywin left the Altmer embassy earlier, after I questioned her.
If she left the embassy, she knows someone's onto her. She'll go to ground, try to flee, have someone smuggle her out of Grotwood. We should probably stop her. Meet me by the Middens at the base of the Elden Tree. I'll be there shortly.
Alright, meet you there. Now, we don't want to do this dungeon because that's a group one. But it's nice to find it, so it's on the map. Okay, let's take a look at the map. Speaking of... Right, all the way around. Oh, wait, resource. I'm fine with that. Pure water. Thank you. Ah, nice, beautiful, clean water. Mm-hmm. You know, I need to get some more red lentils. I must remember to put that on the grocery list. May seem random to you, but I want to make a stew. And I thicken my stews with lentils. Add some chickpeas, use less meat. Save a bundle of money. And it's loaded with protein. Tastes yummy too. Come on, where are you? Are you above? Oh, okay.
They call this place the Middens because it's where all the refuse ends up. We clear them out now and again, but they always come back. Necessary evil, I'm told.
Are you certain the ambassador Tyrene is inside?
Spoke with someone I trust. She's definitely here. We should get moving. We're not far behind her.
What's the plan if we find her?
Capture her, bring her in for questioning. Find proof she's behind this so Prince Naaman doesn't explode with outrage. Never thought I'd hunt a high elf ambassador.
What can we find? What can we expect to find in the Middens?
Smugglers, skooma addicts, and more than a few criminals. They keep to themselves, but sometimes they band together to repel outsiders. Kind of like a filthier version of the Dominion.
Ah, I see. Recommendation on how we proceed? You know the area better.
Our goal is to find Ambassador Tarinwe before she buys passage out of Grotwood. Staying in the shadows, avoiding unnecessary conflict. That's what I'd do. But there's a lot of ground to search. I'll follow your lead.
Okay, sounds good. But on that note, we will have to do it in the next video. How's that? We're hunting an ambassador. And this is going slightly beyond court politics, that's for sure. So yes, I do hope that you enjoyed this video. Certainly a hell of a lot less salt involved. And I And I know it's, and you can subscribe down below for more videos like this and of other videos. But until next we meet, please do be safe, everyone. Bye!